Hello, this is Greg Berzinsky for Beardbrand Alliance, and today I'm joined by
Victor Berzinsky.
Remember this guy? He's my son, and we've done a couple of updates, and we're updating some big changes in the appearance of this guy. Stay tuned. So it's been about 6 months since we spoke to Victor, and in between that time he had gotten his hair cut by Jake the barber and by Andy. Two great haircuts, and you had two really good haircuts from these guys, and I'm looking at you now and it looks like you haven't had a haircut since. So what's been going on?
No, I actually haven't got my hair cut since Andy cut it, which was in August, so about 4 months ago. And even when she gave me a haircut, she kind of just helped me out as I was kind of planning to grow it longer, and haven't got a haircut since, and probably won't get a haircut for probably, at this point, I'm going to say probably not until almost summer, and just kind of see kind of what my hair looks like with a few more inches on and kind of go from there. Fine.
So a little bit of shock on my face because we were just having a conversation about what do you do with your hair? I don't know. And then all of a sudden I hear that you're growing it and letting it go until summer.
I don't know. I have had multiple people ask me what I'm doing, and I'm not going to the barber shop in any. That's what I'm doing. It's
So we're not trying to put barbers out of business here, but you can see that my hair is definitively longer, and if you keep going till summer, let's see, how far is that away? It's about seven months, so in about 3.5 inches. Your hair actually grows pretty fast. So 3.5 inches on that, it's going to be considerably longer. Why don't we have you look over that way? That's pretty long. And turn around, just do full circle here. That's a lot of hair there. That's a lot of hair. So this guy has a really good head of hair. The video that Jake did back, when was that?
May.
In May. Probably one of my favorite haircuts on you.
I would agree.
Yeah, and I think I've heard you say one of the best haircuts you've gotten.
Yeah.
So props to Jake. Great visuals that he created for the camera here, but also gave you a great haircut that grew in really well until Andy could see you in August. We're here to talk about growing out your hair. So I've talked to you before about what I'm doing, and what approach are you actually taking?
Not cutting my hair.
Not cutting your hair.
Wearing a hat on days I don't feel like dealing with my hair. That's all you have to do to grow out your hair. You just don't go to the barber shop.
Yeah. So I've spoken about that before. The approach that I've taken this time, and the same approach that Victor's taken, is not going to the barber shop. Now, I've had one trim from a barber, which was back in, I think, February or March. And I've just snipped off a microscopic, 1/8 of an inch here and there, just to get rid of what appears to be some, inconsistent ends. But basically, I'm going without a haircut, and Victor's going to take the same approach. That's not the only approach that you can take. You can actually continue to go to a barber and let the barber help you grow out your hair. So if some guys are concerned, I'll have that awkward stage. I'm not looking forward to having a certain look at that period of time. I mentioned it pretty recently. A way to get over that awkward stage is just realize that this haircut that Victor's wearing right now is just a product of it growing out. But right now, someone is actually asking for this particular haircut. So I think it's a mental attitude in growing out your hair that you think it looks awkward. It looks different than what you've been wearing. It's different than having a barbershop haircut, and it might not be where you want it to be yet. Therefore, it feels awkward. Just try to get over that feeling that it's awkward, because it's probably not looking as bad as you think it is. So what are you doing now to style your hair that it's in this length?
I'm using the Beardbrand Sea Salt Spray. That's something I never really used when my hair is shorter, because probably didn't really need it. So I will put some of that in my hair, and then some of the Beardbrand Styling Balm I'll put in my hair, and kind of just brush it through my hair, put it over to the one side and put it back, and it stays in my hair all day, and my hair kind of just stays. And I can even put on a baseball cap for a few hours and take my hat off, and my hair would kind of just go back to how it was sitting earlier in the day, and it's kind of just how I've been going day to day. Really haven't been too concerned about which hairs are going where or anything, and yeah.
So are you washing your hair less or the same amount that you were a daily washer before? When my hair was short, I was washing it every day, maybe every other day. If I was having a good haircut, a good hair day, I would let my hair go every other day. Previously, what were you doing?
I was probably washing my hair every day, and I probably still do wash it every day, just because I always wash my hair after going to the gym. I find that that's just needed, and I also find getting out of the shower after freshly washing my hair just, it takes in the styling balm very well, and kind of then the styling balm just sits for pretty much until the next time I take a shower, so.
That's great. That's great. So what do you find that the sea salt spray does for you, though? So you're using both of them. I use mostly the sea salt spray. I might put a touch of styling balm if I'm, after I dress my beard, I will put some styling balm on my beard. But then I might rake my hands through my hair. But typically, my hair is just a product of sea salt spray. Why are you doing the two products together?
I found that sea salt spray gives my hair some volume, or at least that's what it feels like it does for me. So I kind of just like doing that kind of, especially after getting out of the shower, my hair can feel a little flat and it's weighted down. My hair is very thick. So I feel putting the sea salt spray kind of helps put some volume in my hair, and then, that's kind of all I feel it does for me.
This guy, you could tell from some of the videos where Victor's getting a haircut, he has a really good head of hair. I have to say, we were walking around the mall. We're here in actually Arizona, and where Victor is going to school. And day after Thanksgiving, we were out with the Black Friday crowds walking around the mall, and had several people complimenting our hair. So I think a lot of people also realize that we're father and son. Do we look that much alike?
I think so.
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Standing next to each other, wearing similar clothes, yes.
Yeah, he has a great head of hair, and so I'm anxious to see what your hair is going to look like come summertime. We'll see. We'll be back probably in about 6 months. Why don't you just briefly talk about what you're doing to your beard?
For my beard, I've just been taking clippers through my beard. I keep it to a 2. I found just looking at pictures kind of over the past year, I really wasn't a fan of my beard really being any longer than this. And this is actually the length that Jake actually cut my beard to back in May that I really like. So I've just been keeping it at a 2, pretty much probably once, maybe twice a week. I take the clippers through it, and then I take a razor and just trim up my beard and my neckline and kind of do as best I can. But
so what kind of razor are you using?
Just a straight, disposable straight razor I got.
So you're actually using a straight razor?
Yes.
And you prefer that over using a safety razor?
Yes. I've found it's easier to get the edges very sharp, and even though I grow a lot of hair here, I find that just throwing some water on my cheek, it takes about a minute to line both my cheeks and go underneath my neck. So it's very easy. I probably do that whenever I really trim, whenever I take the clippers through. So I probably do that twice a week.
Well, thanks for the update. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to your hair. You know, it's a big change. Like every month, you don't think it's a lot's changing, but then all of a sudden, poof, you came back and your hair is suddenly long. And I'm excited to see where it's going to what it's going to do come springtime.
For sure. Also, to touch on the awkward stage, I would actually say I never really went through an awkward stage. There might have been
you should have seen this guy at 13. I'm sorry, that's a different story.
There was, with my hair, I would say probably around
13-year-old Victor here.
Oh no, we can take that. Whoever's editing this video, do not put anything there. With my hair, I would say there wasn't really an awkward stage. There was like a time where I found it was really easy for me to wear a baseball hat, and I could just put my hair back and then take it off. And then there was probably like a little bit where wearing a hat kind of definitely had a significant effect on my hair. But that was the only thing that was really, I would say, awkward for my hair. Everything else, it kind of looked fine. I was able to style it well enough. And at the same time, your hair is in the kind of the in-between length, and it might be falling, covering your ears, but I just find myself just putting it back over my ear every once in a while, and that's really all I've been doing with it.
Right. I think a lot of this in growing out your hair, the last haircut you get is going to be if you choose not to cut your hair in between. So that's the base that you have. And so I think the haircut that even Andy gave you was because she was not specifically cutting it short. She respected the fact that you were growing it out, and she gave you a haircut that was going to assist you in growing it out. So if you plan to do that with a barber and tell them, I'm growing my hair and I don't want you to take a lot off, but what can you do as a barber to assist me in helping my hair to grow? In a way that's not going to, or at least to me, look awkward. So, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for having me in your city. I was just looking behind me. There's oranges growing on the trees here, which is not what we're getting in Philadelphia in the beginning of December. Look forward to coming back. Until we meet again.
Stop. Before you watch the next video, let me tell you, you are worth it. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you deserve to invest in yourself. You deserve to pamper yourself. You deserve to take care of your skin, your hair, your beard, and Beardbrand has your back with products, not just for your hair, your beard, and your skin, but also for your mind.